Hello and welcome to Biotech Weekly. This week we're looking at three major stories shaping the biotech sector. Argenx makes a $2.2 billion acquisition to strengthen its immunology pipeline. Sarepta appoints a high-profile new CEO as it looks to reverse declining momentum. And MapLight shocks investors by losing more than 60% of its value despite reporting positive clinical data. Let's get started. Our first story is Argenx. The Belgian biotech announced a $2.2 billion acquisition of 4Day Biosciences. The deal gives Argenx access to a promising immune disease program targeting CD122, a mechanism that has been attracting increasing interest across the industry. For Argenx, this is about more than just acquiring a single drug candidate. The company has built tremendous success around Vyvgart, but investors are already asking what comes next. Every successful biotech eventually faces the same challenge: finding the next growth engine before existing products mature. This acquisition suggests management sees significant long-term potential in the CD122 pathway and is willing to invest aggressively to secure future growth. The key question now is whether future clinical data can justify the substantial price tag. Next, let's turn to Sarepta. Sarepta has appointed Mike Severino as its new chief executive officer. Severino is one of the most respected executives in the biotech industry, having previously held senior leadership positions at AbbVie before leading Tessera Therapeutics. His appointment comes at a critical time. Sarepta faces growing competitive pressure in gene therapy and has experienced declining momentum around Elevidys, one of its most important products. Leadership changes in biotech are often more significant than they appear. A new CEO can reshape strategy, redirect investment, prioritize different pipeline assets and pursue new partnerships or acquisitions. Investors will now be watching closely to see whether Severino can restore confidence and position the company for renewed growth. A CEO change alone doesn't solve a company's challenges, but it can be the first step toward a turnaround. Finally, let's discuss MapLight Therapeutics. This was arguably the most surprising biotech story of the week. MapLight reported positive Phase 2 results for its experimental schizophrenia treatment. Normally, positive data leads to a rising share price. Instead, investors sent the stock down by more than 60%. Why? The answer highlights an important reality of biotech investing. A drug doesn't simply need to work. It needs to compete. While the clinical results were generally viewed as positive, investors quickly compared the data to competing treatments already available or further along in development. Many concluded that MapLight's program may not be sufficiently differentiated to become a major commercial success. This demonstrates the difference between clinical success and commercial success. A trial can meet its objectives and still leave investors unconvinced if the competitive landscape is strong. For biotech companies, efficacy is only part of the story. Differentiation matters. Market positioning matters. And ultimately, commercial opportunity matters. So what are the key takeaways from this week's headlines? Argenx is making a bold move to secure future growth through acquisition. Sarepta is betting on experienced leadership to improve its long-term prospects. And MapLight has reminded investors that positive data alone is not enough to guarantee market success. Biotech remains one of the most exciting and unpredictable industries in the world, where billion-dollar deals, clinical breakthroughs, and dramatic market reactions can all happen within the same week. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy concise biotech news and analysis, consider subscribing. And I'll see you next week for another Biotech Weekly update.